Password?
Song wakes up in a room with 456 people and is told he has to play 6 games to win a cash prize at the end.
We will disclose the amount to everyone after the first game is over.
Players begin the first game of red light, green light with a time limit of 5 minutes. The rules are, if any movement is detected after the doors turn around, players will be eliminated.
Player 324, eliminated.
Except, if you're eliminated, you die. Those who refuse to play the game and try to escape receive the ban hammer. And all of a sudden, only half the players remained.
The timer.
Shortly after, everyone realizes that the robot ahead of them detects movement. After realizing this, players pass with ease, including Song, who almost lost by tripping over some loser. Luckily, he was caught by the world's strongest Indian, Ali, who held up his entire body weight with one arm.
You were the chosen one!
After the game, a guard announces that 201 players have died, and the cash prize fills up by 20.1 billion
Out of
won.
456 players, 255 were eliminated.
But what the hell?
Horrified, players start a vote to quit. The guard announces that if the majority come back, they can resume the game.
If the majority of you wish to participate again, then we will resume the game.
Shortly after leaving, they realized that Nero wasn't worth $60, so 187 players came back to play the game a second time. The next day, players wake up in the same building and begin game 2. A voice instructs players to line up in front of the shape of their choice. Choices included a circle, triangle, star, and umbrella. The doors open and the announcer instructs the players to each take a case,
All players, please take one case each from the table at the front of your...
where the players find a thin piece of hard toffee with a shape in the middle. Each player is given a needle to poke out the shape in 10 minutes, except if they damage it, they're shot.
Please, no, please don't.
Gi-young's profuse sweating makes him realize that he can melt the thinner side of the toffee with his saliva. As he begins to lick the toffee, other players follow.
Well, what the hell, boy?
With 12 seconds left, Gi-young perfectly breaks the shape out and moves on to the next game. Afterwards, players line up for lunchtime, except when the last 5 players find someone else took their meal, a fight breaks out.
That's my food you just ate! So, is this yours? Give it back! It's mine! Give it back to me!
And after lights out, the gangster who is accused attempts to boost his KD and goes on a killing spree.
You saw us, huh?
Leading to a further 29 deaths.
We got rid of quite a few. Players down from 107 to 80.
The next morning, Gi-young awakes to find that the old man watched them sleep. Game 3 begins as players are led into a white room and are told to split up into groups of 10. The groups are taken into a room with massive platforms to play tug of war, where the losing team forces to their death. When Gi-young finally stands up, he realizes he's playing against Smurfs. Shortly after, they realize they have a global elite Smurf on their team, who carries the entire team. After the game ends, Ali gets reported for toxicity.
You cried and said, "But that's the edge, there's no way I'll go."
A player gets VAG banned for cheating. And the police officer goes undercover as a guard to find his lost brother. For the 4th game, players had to queue as duos to play a marble game of their choice to try and yoink all of the other players' marbles. Gi-young steals from an old man.
Take it.
Why you bullying me?
Gi-young loses internet connection. Mega Chads spectate the game and bet Dogecoin on who they think their winner might be. Game 5 begins and players are told to choose a skin in front of them. The next game is glass stepping stones. To win, players must step in the real glass panel all the way through to the end. But if they step in the fake glass panel, they fall to their death. The first guy got lucky on his first 50-50, but got greedy and lost his next bet. The next player watched too much of Phantom Lord and fell off too. Don't gamble, kids. This Sigma male thought he was Naruto and got halfway. This dude yeeted people off him like he was Levi from Attack on Titans. With 20 seconds remaining, Sang-woo team kills and the remaining 4 contestants successfully cross the finish line. Byuk needs a
Medic!
and Sang-woo backstabs Byuk. Game 6 ends up being Squid Game, a 1v1 between Song and Sang-woo. Song wrecks Sang-woo and tells him to start a vote to surrender. Yet Sang-woo instead kills himself and the game is over. After the game, Song doesn't spend a single penny from his winnings because his consciousness says,
Stop it. Get some help.
A year later, Song receives the same
$19 Fortnite card. Who wants it?
gives Sang-woo's mother an infinite supply of money. Later, Song sees the man that bitch slapped him for 50,000 won and wanted to bitch slap him back. Except by the time he got there, the player had already left.
I'm gay.